Hello everyone and welcome to Decor. In today's Decor inspiration, we're exploring vintage cottage fall decorating ideas filled with romantic details, cozy textures, nostalgic accents and timeless autumn elegance. From the entryway to the dining table, every space can feel warmer and more inviting with the right combination of vintage character and seasonal beauty. If you love cozy cottage interiors, English country-style romantic farmhouse decor and timeless fall decorating, stay with us because there are plenty of beautiful ideas ahead. Before we begin, subscribe to Decor, like this video and comment below with the fall decorating detail you love most. And stay until the end for the final cozy cottage touches. Vintage cottage fall decorating ideas, where romantic details, cozy textures and timeless autumn charm come together to create a home that feels warm, nostalgic and effortlessly elegant. In this Decor inspiration, discover how to style your home with vintage cottage decor, cozy fall decorating ideas, romantic autumn interiors, English country cottage style, rustic fall decor, antique accents, floral textiles, warm neutral colors, dried flowers, vintage tablescapes and cozy autumn home ideas. From aged wood furniture and faded floral fabrics to candlelit fireplaces, rustic ceramics, autumn foliage and layered quilts, every detail brings a beautiful sense of comfort and character. Start your fall cottage transformation at the entryway, where a few carefully chosen pieces can immediately establish the mood. Imagine an aged wooden console decorated with a ceramic vase filled with dried hydrangeas, eucalyptus, wheat stems and delicate autumn branches. Layer a vintage mirror above it, perhaps with a slightly weathered frame that adds character rather than looking perfectly polished. A woven basket filled with cozy throws can sit nearby, while a faded runner grounds the space with traditional cottage charm. For an especially romantic touch, add an antique-style lantern or a pair of warm candles to create a soft glow in the evening. The beauty of vintage cottage fall decor often comes from a softer interpretation of traditional autumn colors. Instead of relying only on bright orange and deep red, create a sophisticated palette with warm cream, muted rust, dusty rose, faded burgundy, antique gold, and soft brown. These colors work beautifully with aged wood, distressed furniture, and vintage fabrics. Consider incorporating them through floral arrangements, cushions, quilts, table linens, and small decorative objects. A faded rose-patterned pillow beside a caramel-colored throw can instantly make a reading chair feel more inviting. Meanwhile, cream-colored ceramics and warm wood tones help keep the overall palette light and elegant. One of the easiest ways to make a cottage feel cozy for fall is through layers of beautiful textiles. Think embroidered cushions, lace-trimmed curtains, floral quilts, linen tablecloths, knitted throws, and vintage-inspired blankets casually draped over chairs. Mixing patterns is part of the charm, especially when the colors share a common palette. A small floral print can sit comfortably beside subtle stripes, ticking fabric, or traditional plaid. Look for pieces that feel slightly imperfect and lived in rather than overly coordinated. On the sofa, combine a few soft cushions with a textured throw, while in the bedroom, layer a quilt over crisp bedding for that welcoming country cottage feeling. The kitchen is where vintage cottage style can truly come alive during autumn. Open shelves can display cream-colored pottery, antique pitchers, wooden cutting boards, vintage cookbooks, and stoneware mugs. Add a small arrangement of dried herbs, wheat, or seasonal branches to bring natural texture into the room. A wooden bowl filled with apples, pears, or miniature pumpkins creates a simple centerpiece that feels authentic rather than overly decorated. For an extra nostalgic touch, display copper cookware, woven baskets, or an old-fashioned bread box. Even everyday objects can become part of the decor when they are thoughtfully arranged. Nothing captures cozy autumn elegance quite like a beautifully styled fireplace. Begin with a simple vintage mantel, then layer natural fall elements without overwhelming its character. A garland of dried leaves, eucalyptus, or delicate branches can provide an organic foundation, while antique candlesticks add height and romance. Place a few vintage books, ceramic vessels, or small brass accents between the greenery to create a collected arrangement. Above the mantel, an old landscape painting or distressed mirror can become the focal point. If the fireplace is functional, imagine the soft glow of a fire reflecting across the room on a cool autumn evening. For the dining room, create a tablescape that feels intimate, nostalgic, and effortlessly elegant. Start with a linen or lace tablecloth, then add vintage-style plates, delicate glassware, antique silverware, and softly colored napkins. A centerpiece of dried hydrangeas, roses, autumn branches, and small pumpkins can bring seasonal character without looking too rustic. Instead of perfectly matching every element, allow different textures and finishes to tell the story. Brass candlesticks with taper candles can add a romantic glow, while small ceramic vessels bring a handcrafted feeling. For an especially beautiful autumn dinner, use warm candlelight rather than harsh overhead lighting. The most memorable cottage interiors rarely look as though everything was purchased at once. Instead, they feel layered with pieces that have personality and history. Think antique clocks, framed botanical prints, old books, ceramic figurines, brass candlesticks, vintage mirrors, woven baskets, and weathered wooden boxes. Arrange these objects in small groupings rather than scattering them randomly throughout the room. A stack of old books beneath a ceramic vase can create a simple focal point, while a collection of framed artwork can make a blank wall feel personal and established. Fall is also the perfect season to introduce natural elements such as pine cones, acorns, dried flowers, and branches. bring the same romantic atmosphere into the bedroom by focusing on softness, warmth, and gentle layers. Choose bedding in cream, oatmeal, faded floral, or muted autumn tones, then add a quilt or knitted blanket across the foot of the bed. Vintage bedside tables can hold ceramic lamps, small floral arrangements, antique books, and warm candlelight. If the room has a window seat or reading corner, make it especially inviting with a cushioned seat, soft throw, and a few pillows. Natural wood furniture and aged finishes help maintain the cottage character, while delicate floral fabrics introduce romance. Vintage cottage fall decorating becomes even more beautiful when nature takes center stage. Rather than relying entirely on manufactured decorations, bring in seasonal materials that add texture and authenticity. Gather branches with changing leaves, dried grasses, wheat, seed pods, pine cones, apples, pears, and delicate flowers. Place them in old pitchers, stoneware crocks, glass bottles, or antique vases. A simple bundle of branches in a weathered vessel can make a dramatic statement while remaining wonderfully understated. Natural materials also complement vintage furniture because their imperfect shapes echo the aged character of the room. The true beauty of vintage cottage fall decorating is not about following a perfect formula. It is about creating a home filled with warmth, personality, nostalgia, and the little details that make everyday moments feel special. From faded florals and antique furniture to candlelit tables, cozy quilts, natural branches, and soft autumn colors, every element can contribute to a relaxed and romantic atmosphere. So as you decorate your own home this fall, remember to layer slowly, mix old with new, embrace imperfections, and choose pieces that genuinely make you feel at home. Which idea from today's Vintage Cottage Fall tour would you love to try first? Tell us in the comments, and if you enjoyed these cozy autumn decorating ideas, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Decor, and turn on notifications for more timeless home inspiration. Share this video with someone who loves romantic cottage style, and come back for our next beautiful decorating journey.